Alright guys, so I'm super excited about this, but I've been waiting for a while to pick up one of these guys. Here is a 3/4 inch sling of the Chromatopelma Cyaneopubescens, or the green bottle blue. There she is. Such a beautiful sling. Look at that coloration even as a baby. Looks completely different than when they become adults, but oh great, we might be able to even capture her right here. No, she won't come out for us. Okay, that's alright. What I'll be doing in today's video is showing you how to set up an enclosure for one of these guys and also rehouse her. Alright guys, so pretty much I got one of these boxes. It's at my local pet store. I'm sure you can get something similar. You can just use a Tupperware container or a Dixie cup or whatever. I just got one of these because I like the way they look. Not sure if they're intended for spiders or not because there's no holes. So that's what I'll be doing now because we need proper ventilation for our animal. So I decided to try it out with a paperclip and a lighter, and it works actually really well. Alright, so there you guys have it. This is how many holes I put in for now. If I find the humidity is too high for a long period of time, I'll drill in a few more holes in the lid here. It's not a problem at all. Although next time I will definitely get a small soldering gun because my thumb's pretty sore from lighting the lighter that many times. But if you don't have a soldering gun or any other methods, you could use a drill, I guess. I'd just be a bit scared because it's a little brittle, so it could maybe break the plastic. But it worked either way, so yeah, that's how I basically made the holes in the top lid and through the sides. Yeah, so I will work on filling this up and making an enclosure. Alright guys, so here's all the stuff I got set up for the enclosure. I have some cork bark here. I actually found a perfect piece for the hide. Have this little fake leaf thing. Not sure where I got this, but I'm gonna use it because the GBBs are heavy webbers, so it would actually be perfect. And I just got another piece of cork bark here just so I can kind of thicken up this enclosure so it feels like it's in less of a big environment, and it can use it as like a stump to put its web on. Here I have some, I forget what it's called exactly, but it's some type of moss. I'm gonna use it kind of for decoration and to hold a bit of moisture. It still is a sling, so it's good to keep the moisture a bit higher, and then eventually I'll stop needing to water and I'll just use a water dish. And for the substrate, I'm going to use cocoa fiber. It stays typically dry, so that's good for this species as they prefer a dry substrate generally. So I'm going to start adding in a little bit here towards the bottom. And what I'm going to actually do is on this bottom layer of substrate, I'm going to kind of douse it with water. Just because it is a sling and we need to keep the humidity a bit higher, we want to let it burrow if it needs to get some of that water, and then I'm gonna pile it with some drier stuff. It'd be good if this had some water. There we go. So yeah. There we go. Perfect. And we'll kind of let that sink in there. Might actually need more. See, this cocoa fiber stuff's really dry, so it might need a little bit more water. And then I'm gonna toss now we're gonna just add top layer of dry stuff. That way it can enjoy that. Actually, I'm gonna add this hide. Start doing it early. Actually, this might be a bit too big. Let me break that in half. Perfect. Alrighty. So we'll add this hide like this. We'll kind of start a burrow for it. Actually, since the hide's down there, we'll add in a taller piece that it can lay its webbing on. That's a little hard to break, so you might need to use a little bit of force there. That's the kind of thing I want. It's kind of like a tall piece, which I'll put in right near the bottom so it can hold itself. And that way the GBB can put its webbing all over it. Do this. Make sure to pat this down. Some spiders really hate it when it's soft. It wouldn't be soft in nature, so it shouldn't be soft in your enclosure. That's kind of how you want to keep it. There we go. Pat that down, and now we can add our usual hide. Kind of gonna bend it a little in. Alrighty. What we're gonna do. Alright guys, so I basically got it set up where I have a little hole towards the bottom. I'll show you later. That way you can actually take a peek at your spider sometimes when he's in hiding. Got a pretty big mess here, but that's alright. That's why I got this little piece of wood here to fix that up. Now we have this leaf, which kind of covers the whole thing, so I might not even use that, to be honest. Alright guys, so here we have our new enclosure, and here we have our sling. So now our mission is to get the sling into the new enclosure. I have a little brush to help assist me into moving the sling so I don't have to touch it with my finger. I have a little glass over here. Just gonna use it as a catch cup in case I need it. I probably won't. The sling is pretty small, so it should hopefully just run out into the enclosure, and then I'll add a little water cup for it. These guys shouldn't drown. I've never seen that happen or even hear of it happening, so I think that's just kind of baloney. And we have more humidity towards the bottom of our enclosure because of the water we added earlier. So without further ado, I feel bad destroying this guy's little web, but I might have to get him out of there. So you can even kind of get them out like that, yeah. It's tricky. His web's quite sticky, and it moves the whole entire cocoa fiber in here. Let's just get him outside of it. There we go. There he is. What a beautiful creature. Here we have him, or her. Beautiful, beautiful spider. I can't wait until she grows up, and I can't wait until she webs up this whole place. Pretty much I'll take you around her new home. I got this random piece of bark here, kind of like stump, so she can put her webbing around it. created a hide there, as you can see at the very back of it. I kind of created a hole so that way I can see her when she's in hiding. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably be putting my water dish right down in this area here. Look at that. Piece of web got stuck onto my paintbrush. Alright, so that's pretty much what we have there. I do, like I said earlier, I recognize that she is a little too small for this enclosure, yep, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue because she will outgrow it pretty soon. And I give her lots of hiding space with lots of substrate, as you can see. So she won't be falling or anything. And the humidity down there towards the bottom should be good. I'll update you guys 24 hours and see if she webbed this enclosure up much. Well, there you guys have it. It's been about 24 hours since I have rehoused this little guy. As you can see, he already started webbing the enclosure, and actually, to kind of my amazement, he did it where I wanted him to, where I put this pillar, where I put the hide. He did it kind of exactly what I planned. Sometimes when you make these enclosures, it doesn't usually go how you plan. Like, spider can randomly just go in that corner there, for example, and make another hide for some weird reason. But yeah, there you go. You can see even as a sling, he's not scared to show himself. What a beautiful species. I have 2 other tarantulas, so if you guys are interested in seeing those guys, please leave me a comment below and I can make a video about them. We can do feeding videos, we can do closure videos, we can do whatever needs to be done. Any questions that need to be answered or anything that can help. I hope that today's video helped you guys in any way. Hopefully it was entertaining to watch. I know I like watching any video of these guys. Always interesting what they do. So I will keep you guys updated.